Last time, more and more people often ask me how to learn SEO or how to develop themselves in digital marketing. In this video, I will share my tips how I learn SEO. Even if you start from scratch, you have no any knowledge. People are staying at home. Some of them have no any job, and they want to develop in this direction because in digital marketing, we always have job. It doesn't matter what crisis we have, because people are online. They spend time online. They buy stuff online. They get service online, and any brands develop their business online, and digital marketers always will have space to provide their service. Okay guys, watch this video until the end and you will know exactly how you need to learn SEO from scratch. Stay tuned, the best part is coming. What's up guys, Anatoly here. Before watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and click the notification tag because you will know about new videos on this channel. I want to start from article that I was published in my blog, and I published this article even in 2019 because all the time people ask me how to learn SEO. They want to develop themselves in this direction, and I decided to publish a full guide where you need to pay more attention. And when people ask me how they can learn it, I just send them the link to this article. And I will provide a lot of information here how you can learn SEO, and the first step what you need to do to learn about building correct content plan. Why correct content plan is essential? Because many beginners, when they try to promote their projects or their clients' projects, they usually start from common keywords. They choose keywords with high volume, and they ignore some keywords that have low level of competition, lack of quality content online, or outdated information. It's better to pay attention with these keywords. And in this article I explain how you can find keywords and where you can create content. For example, if you don't want to compete with Amazon, Wikipedia, or many other big websites, you can find your niche, especially if you have limited budget or for a new project. Use these tips from this article, and I usually use Ahrefs with this purpose, but you can use many other tools like SEMrush or anything else, and consider a few metrics that's essential. Low level of online competition or SEO competition, because many people pay attention with pay-per-click competition. It doesn't concern to SEO. It's a little bit different. Yeah, they are close to each other, but they are different. And I usually use this technique from that was created by Brian Dean. It's called skyscraper technique, where you can create content for topics with a thin content or lack of quality content, and take this traffic, because you don't want to compete with big websites, because you can't outrank them even if you create better content, more links, because of their authority. Google considers many parameters like authority, trustworthiness, and expert. It's better, to start from competition with small projects that have traffic but with a lack of quality content. Okay, just read this article and you will get exactly here. I provided some examples what you need to do. Okay, the next step, write a compelling title. It's essential today because from 5 people who read titles, only one page is usually opened. People have no time to check out all content online. They choose the best possible options, and it's essential to write compelling title, because if you ignore your title, you can lose these readers or people. And my team created headline quality calculator where you can check out the quality title. You can we can check out the quality of title of this page, and this calculator works for SEO, pay-per-click, email, and social media. Yeah, just put your link and you will find the quality. We have 56. It's normal title because this tool consider parameters from 1 to 100, and yeah, and we have some recommendations what we need to do. Just use this tool. I will put the link on the description below. There are a lot of recommendation tips what you need to do and how to create better title. And you know, in SEO, when you create list of keywords, you need to optimize all these keywords with your pages, and many webmasters, they use old techniques that don't work anymore. They try to add many keywords to pages. It's better to pay attention with title and descriptions where you can insert your keywords. And about pages, it depends. If you feel that it doesn't hurt user experience, even increase the user experience, why not? You can add keywords there, but don't do it for robots, just for human. Okay. And it's essential today to write compelling title. Read this subject. Okay, we can go ahead. Rewriting is dead. I love this point. You know, I love this point because you know, many old techniques recommend to order text from rewriters in Upwork and many other resources, but you know, I never order service there because writers here usually write about one topic. They are not experts with one niche topic. For example, if you ask online freelancer what topics can cover, and you know, if you get reply that he can write about finance, medical, gaming, you know, it's better to skip this freelancer and find freelancer who can write only about one topic. How you can find them? For example, you can reach out to famous bloggers in your niche to check out their content. If you see that these people write only about one topic and their content is ranking, why not? You can cooperate with them. It costs more than if you cooperate in Upwork, but the quality much better. And you know, it's better to find experts in your niche. For example, for my blog, for my social media, I usually write myself. I don't use any service here. It depends on you. For example, I love writing. I spend a lot of time with writing, but if you have no time with this, you can find some bloggers in your niche, and I explain all the steps in this subject. Okay, go ahead. Creating your purple cow, it's essential today because you know, many websites, they try to steal methods from famous competitors, popular websites. However, you know, people see them, people know them, they want to get something new. It's better to find your project. Don't steal anything, find something new. For example, if you want to create content that will get rank, it's better to create for topics that provide breaking news or cover lack of quality content online. Or for example, you can create tools like me, and it helps to get additional traffic. Okay, go ahead. Create simple content. It's essential today to create some simple content. Don't try to you know, to create a lot of models, a lot of text, a lot of products for one page. It's essential to have a simple website because 76% of users prefer to have experience with simple website where they can find what they want to get. They hate to work with difficult websites where they don't know what to click, how to find what they want to get. It's better to pay attention with simple website. And for example, open the website Apple, you will see that Apple.com is simple than anything else. They don't try to sell all their products like MacBook, AirPod, iPads from one page. They sell in their homepage only iPhone 11, and if you scroll down you can find other items, but if you scroll down, don't try to put a lot of information from one visible screen. Okay, go ahead, use content marketing. I love content marketing. I usually pay attention with social media promotion, especially with LinkedIn, where I can get over 100 followers a day. I love it. You can use content marketing with your blog or provide webinars, audio podcasts. It depends on you, and I'm going to provide with my free tools. I love to create tools, and I have some web developers that can help me with this option. Use content marketing, because content marketing costs 3 times less and brings 3 times more. It's not my opinion, it's an online study. You can find online this information, and companies that pay attention with content marketing, they usually sell more, because it creates brand awareness. It covers all the stages of sales funnel. But if some companies try to use only pay-per-click, they can't even provide this marketing, because customers don't buy from unrecognizable brands. If they don't know you, if they don't engage with your content on social media, they skip your proposition. Okay, go ahead. White hat link building. It's no other option here. Just use white hat link building. Skip any spam link schemes, PBN, private block networks and stuff like this. Just use only white hat link building. Yep, it's difficult to create content that earn links. It takes time to learn about this. You need to provide some studies or free tools and get attention there. But if you provide black hat SEO, you never see any organic reach today, because Google has a lot of resources to check it out. Google has a lot of experience. You can't cheat it, you can't manipulate the system, because the system is smart today than ever. And I think that in future Google will improve the quality. Don't try to manipulate with Google. Okay, yeah, you can read this article, a lot of options here, and what you need to do the next to use the list of tools, and I have this list on my website. You can open it, and here are 265 tools, and if you want to provide digital marketing, you need to consider them, because tools save time and money. You don't need to provide this manual job. There are a bunch of tools. You can see multi-purpose, KCL Tools TV, my tools, keyword research, range site speed, many different type of tools. Just use them, consider them, because it saves time. And if you want to start learning SEO, you need to do it every day. For example, I usually read a lot of blog posts, and I listen to audio podcasts. It's up to you. If you like more YouTube videos, just go ahead. And for example, for blog purposes, I use Feedly.com, where I submit all my live blogs, and you can see here that my live blogs, and I have one dashboard where I can check out the latest information. I don't need to open all these blogs to get this information. I have just one list. It's simple, and what you need to do to read every day blog posts, it's essential. When you start from scratch, you can start to read everything, but if you have more experience, you can find that you know some information, you can skip it. And for example, I usually read 5-10% of new blog posts. It's impossible to read all of them, but I have my experience, and I am usually searching for new topics that provide some value, some breaking news. And yeah, it's up to you. You can start even from one blog. You can see that I have a bunch of blogs in my dashboard. Yep, it helps me to learn digital marketing. About books, it's up to you. Of course, I recommend you to read books. I'm not big reader of books because I have no time to read marketing books, but I usually read a few books a month. For example, I read a few books from Seth Godin, Purple Cow, This is Marketing. I love books from Joe Sugarman. Many great authors here, Guy Kawasaki, Roberto Cialdini, you know, and I love his book Influencer because I highlighted a lot of interesting psychological tricks that essential for marketing and sales. Yep, it's up to you. My recommendation is to start from blog post because you can get information about some information about digital marketing. And for example, I recommend you to pay attention only with one topic. For example, if you want to be link builder, just learn everything about link building. If you want to provide pay-per-click advertisement, why not? You can learn about this. For example, I usually pay more attention with link building and social media promotion, where I can, especially LinkedIn. You know, I don't try to cover Pinterest, Instagram. I just pay more attention with LinkedIn, where I can get more followers. It's up to you. Don't try to cover everything. Choose only one direction, then you will win in the long run. Because people who try to cover all topics, they lose because they can't compete with the experts in one topic. That's it for today. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Ask me any questions in the comment sections, and see you next time. Take care.